The 2010 IRS. The headline is kinder, gentler, how about just smarter? Apparently, more audits. They know more about us. It's harder to hide stuff. On the KGO Live line is Richard Boggs, CEO of Nationwide Tax Relief. Thank you, Richard, for joining us.
Good morning.
Didn't mean to make it sound like we were doing anything nefarious or hiding anything, but in essence, it's really easier for the IRS to check things out these days, isn't it?
Oh, it's much easier. The IRS, the access to information, you know, the IRS is the biggest collection agency in the world, number one. So, but in 2010, they can certainly reach a lot farther. But in doing so right now, they're also sort of reaching out an olive branch to people who can't pay in an unprecedented way. They're offering leniency right now for people who haven't been paying anything. So if you haven't been paying anything to the IRS and you know you owe more than $20,000, there are special programs right now that can help you settle your tax debt for less than you owe.
Really? Okay. So now, does this mean that audits are going up and those kinds of things as well?
Yeah, two things are happening in 2010. The IRS is relaxing their settlement procedures for people who can't pay, but at the same time, they're also going after the rich. Audits in the $1 to $5 million income bracket are up 33%, which is staggering. They're also going after small business owners like they have never gone after them before. Small business owners need to be very, very careful with their returns because those audits are going way up.
What are some of the things that will be a flag for an audit?
It's A, income, or B, expenses. When you're talking about income, it's when a 1099 or a W-2 shows up reported to the IRS and it doesn't show up on your tax return.
Okay.
That's pretty obvious. But you know, if you cash out a 401k or you've done some trading in the stock market or someone paid you and put it on a 1099, you want to make sure that all that stuff winds up on your tax return, because if it doesn't, that's an easy red flag for the IRS, and they can get in an audit, and then they can find other issues that maybe, you know, you weren't real excited for the IRS to find. So you want to make sure that all your income's reported. As far as your expenses are concerned, you want to make sure you have a really good CPA if you're writing off a home office or if you're writing off mileage. Anyone that's self-employed needs to be careful that they're not, you know, being too aggressive with their write-offs.
Okay, so the bottom line is kinder, gentler, and smarter and tougher. All right, Richard, thank you very much. We appreciate it. Richard Boggs, CEO of Nationwide Tax Relief.